to a 14-day trial to their fast and fun online course. Get started today with
What have you learned from your team in the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think the good part about it was in the last 2 weeks, what you've seen is that they definitely went back home and prepared. They knew the fall was going to be long, and we put the system in, and then we knew the break was going to be long. They had 6-7 weeks on their own that they had to make sure they went and took care of their business in the weight room, took care of the business from an offense standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, just get all their work in, and they did. They came back fresh. They look good as far as remembering the system and the plays and whatnot, so to speak. And the effort's been good so far.
Your first season as head coach, you go to the regional tournament. The first time this team has been to the regional since 1994. How do you build off of that? I mean, is that a stepping stone that you can build off of that?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think the idea of it was when I took over was take this thing to another level, and we did last year. And once you get there, now it's time to take it to another level. We still want to win that regular season outright. That's kind of our goal number one, so to speak, for this year, because last year we had to win the tournament to get in. That'd be our first Southland regular season title to win. So that's goal number one. Goal number two is obviously do more what we did than last year in the regional. Once we get in, then do a little more damage. I think the experience we had definitely helped our crew and definitely helped us in recruiting from that standpoint as well. And we believe it's more talented and more physical team than we had last year. And if they stay the right mindset, have a chance to do a lot more.
Some old faces from last year are back. Some new faces are in as a recruiting class. A new recruiting class comes in. How has the team meshed so far as the old meets the new?
Really well. We do fall evaluations at the end of every fall and spring as well. And and talking with the kids, asking them how they felt about the team and team chemistry. They felt like the team's closer, which is good. I really got the freshmen have done a fantastic job of coming in and understanding. Kind of keep the mouth shut, so to speak, and just keep the nose clean and work hard, and they have. They've done a tremendous job. They've been a very mature group, probably the most mature group of freshmen we've ever brought in, which has really helped the team gel together pretty fast.
Now, hitting is definitely important, but you're really only going to go as far as those guys on the mound will carry you. You've got to have a good pitching staff.
Yeah.
What are you seeing from your pitchers so far?
Yeah, Tate's done a fantastic job. Had a great summer for us in the Cape Cod this past summer, and did a good job this fall, and is definitely our number one. You get the question, how do you replace an Andre Tour? You don't. You hope to mold another guy like a Tate Ciano with the more experience into a guy like Andro, and he's done a fantastic job of coming out as our number one. The junior college guys we brought in have done a fabulous job as well. You'll see them in a weekend rotation. Jake Johnson, Dominic Carlini, and then Kyle Sedetol has really come on strong. Kind of more of an offensive guy last year for us. Also expect a lot more off on the bump from a pitching standpoint, and you should see him on Sundays as well. So I think he's really got a chance to be probably one of the deeper staffs we've had. Maybe not the top line dominant guy, so to speak, as we have in years past, but whole 1 through the first 10 or 11 pitchers really have a deep staff.
The schedule, Louisiana Tech returns the 3-game home series this year to open the season. We went up there last year, and then you roll into a tournament the next weekend, and then you bring a team from down north, Northwestern down here, and then it's conference time. So discuss the first couple of weeks of the schedule as y'all try to feel your way through to get ready for South Dakota.
Yeah, there's a lot of new faces in the lineup this year, due to the draft and the injuries here that play us in the fall. So there'll be some mixing and matching again early. We feel like there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of depth from an offensive standpoint and defensive standpoint. So there'll be some guys battling out from the get-go. I always enjoy playing an in-state opponent early, obviously getting that rivalry going. We get to kind of see the tournament setting from a regional standpoint. When we go up to UTA, we'll play a good UTA bunch, and Michigan State up there as well, who had a couple guys in the Cape Cod this summer as well. So, and then obviously get the Big Ten team down here, see a new face as well. So I think overall, if you look at non-conference wise, it's kind of a chance to get some new faces in there and get some new blood in there and really prepare for conference.
Last year, preseason, you had to battle the elements. It was always cold, it was rainy, it was a bad weather season. This year you've had pretty good weather. I mean, today it kind of drizzled a little bit, but it's not going to stop you. Yeah, no,
it doesn't matter what the conditions are. We're going to find a way to get our work in. I think we did that last year, and then obviously we're a little bit more fortunate to get outside this year compared to last year. But again, it's just a matter of going out and putting the time in and make sure that the time we're putting in is efficient. It's great to be out here, but if we're not being productive with our time, that does us no good. And I think the guys have done a good job of understanding that, taking that ownership of the extra work they got to put in besides just the time we put in practice.
Now I've been around coaches 14, 15 years in my life. It seems like y'all are always worried about something. If you were worried about one thing that you'd like to get corrected between now and February 14th, what is that?
I think my biggest worry is just staying healthy. It's already plagued us. We've got a number 1 and number 2 catcher down. We had a signee that we had signed that was supposed to be coming in who got hurt as well, and we had to go pick up a catcher late in the summer. So the biggest thing is just staying healthy. If we stay healthy, there's not a whole lot of worries. I feel like pretty confident in our staff as far as pitching standpoint. Defensively, I think we've tremendously improved. And then from an offense standpoint, I think we're going to have a lot of guys in there that can do some production, maybe a little bit different offense from a power standpoint, probably be more of a running team, hit and run and hit, so to speak, a little bit, steal some bags. But I feel very confident guys as long as we can stay healthy.
One of the best venues in the country has been noted by several publications. Some of the best fans. You ready to get this product back in front of those fans and in this stadium and ready to rock and roll?
The atmosphere at the pad is a big attribute for us. The guys enjoy playing at home, enjoy playing in front of our fans. They do a good job. It might not be the 3,000, 4,000 fans you might have in the SEC, but they're just as rowdy and just as loud. I think you saw that support last year at regionals. Not only did we make some noise from a team standpoint, but our fans did well. We traveled well and they made a lot of noise, and our guys will be excited to get back in front of them.